So, hello again. I have completed producing 600 reinforced carbons. I'm just going to drag all that back. Rather, I've taken it out of the low sec station, brought it to high sec. Forgot to record that part. And I'm just going to stick everything back inside of the Nereus and start heading back to Beale. I think, yeah, I don't need the. I think I already destroyed the rigs at this point, so it doesn't matter. So just slinging it all in. I think it all fits easily. Yeah, brilliant. Good. So yeah, lovely. So I've got 620 reinforced carbon. That should be enough to easily produce the Vexor and the Perseverance and maybe a couple other ships. And I don't know why I've done this. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm only going to take back the. I'm going to leave the blueprints and the fuel, and the other moon mats because they can just stay here because there's no point in them bringing me bringing them back so much. So I'll bring back the components. Still well off having the blueprints for the final stage of the components. I think I'm just under halfway there. One of the ways I've been keeping up with it all is through daily challenges. These are great for SP. That's how I managed to really just build up such a massive bank of unallocated SP and train into things that I need. It also helps just with a little bit of ISK, some Plex that I think I'm going to use to make some Skinner stuff at some point. So I've got quite a lot of the materials building up. But it's just, especially when you're just starting, it gives you a bit of a target for every day in whatever daily quest there is. And you get really decent rewards other than the Skinner one. And there's the Skinner. Then you get the ISK. Then you get the SP. And you also get the Evermarks. Evermarks are a bit useless, but every now and then when I've not had time to just do more than log in, I've been able to use the Evermarks to complete some dailies. You can also apparently use them to unlock Alliance logos on your ships, which is cool, but I'm not an Alliance, so it's not an issue for me. Alright, back home in Beale. Docking up. So the plan for this one is to sort of go through, after I've brought back my components, I want to go through all of my event stuff. May as well claim that. Yeah, drop that all where it needs to be. Actually, just that can go there. The others, modules in the modules, and package ships in package ships. There we go. Cool. 11 Vexors. That's really good. Cool. Let's have a look. So today, what I really want to do is I want to grab these Nation Storm Hive shards, and I want to bring them to a station to sell them. Really think it's fun, all those weird limited edition things. I built a few more station containers in case I wanted to do something with them. But I better redeem all of these before I miss out on them. Okay, a lot of these aren't very useful for me, but at least stuff that's permanent I can keep a hold of in case I want to use it. Oh, don't want to miss the skill points. Got all these unallocated things. So all the permanent stuff, just going to redeem. A paladin and a golem, I'm sure I'll definitely use that. I'll dump the skill points on here as well. And that is all of the permanent stuff. Yeah, bro. Yes, please, thank you. Okay. Cool. There we go. Let's go have a look at those. All my skill points are in. I'm a sucker for just opening a crate as well, so let's just bust these open and see what's in there. So we've got just some random Skinner components. Blue and another blue. All like that blue. Then we've got some old skins. A Magus, that's cool. And a Crow, also cool. Boosters, a bit useless. Let's have a look at this one. Ooh, Brain Freeze, great. Another basic one, that's not too bad. They're useful. We've got 3 now. With Biology level 5, I've got that's 6 days worth of boosts, that's not bad. But Biology 5 is such an important skill to train, especially with all of these new boosters they just throw in every single pack. I would make sure that that's a priority. And I got in here 2 White Storms. Okay. Right, so I'm going to grab a... I was thinking a shuttle. I'm going to grab a Venture, only because I think this is going to take up more room than I need. I need to make sure I grab the correct Venture. Just need one that's a little bit tanky, a little bit nippy. I think this is the one. Stick these into... Yeah, there we go. Set destination for the closest one. Usually a safe journey. Dump it in my hold. Then let's have a look. Yeah, cool. Alright, so fitting wise, yeah, I've got shields, got a lot of shield stuff, and I've got my warp core stab, so they'd have to really lock onto me if they wanted to, with at least, I think it'll be a faction scram and a normal scram, or 3 scrams, which is going to be difficult. Let's burn through. Gonna go Laryl. I've been quite lucky for quite a while. This has been relatively peaceful when I've done dipped into low sec, but this time I'm dipping into low sec with 61 million ISKs worth of cargo. So I'm sure this is the time I find a gate camp, because that's just how life works. When you're ready to die, or when you're just doing nothing, that's when it's safe, and then when you actually need to do something, that's when people come out of the woodwork to ruin your day. If I lose this, it's not the end of the world, it's just a pain, but I'm taking as many precautions as I can just to go through. I'm just more worried about smart bombs really on this one. This would be able to easily survive a few smart bombs. Not so much a gate camp where there's a few scrams and things, but I've got 4 points of resistance with 2 on the hull and 2 on the warp core stab, so I should be alright. There's a few people in here today. Don't know the others. Don't know Holly and Luke. Mining's always here, and it's not that he's safe. It's just that he is yet to do something that makes me worry about him. Landing on the gate. Ooh, a Loki. Alright. Jumping through. A few people on the other sides. Ooh, Loki and Gnosis. Not good. Gnosis is a really good fast locker, and the Lokis are just generally terrifying. Hit that, hit that. Cool. Oh, he's just started locking. Nah, I've jumped out, that's fine. I'm sure I would have been fine. Just make sure as well, hit your warp core stabs or your nullifiers before you need them, because, well, yeah, I'm just going to tap chat. Because they're active modules now, so they don't work passively, so you need to turn them on before you need it to nullify any sort of locks. Same with the interdiction nullifier, you need to turn that on before you start warping, otherwise you will get caught by whatever bubbles on the other side. Right, there we go, I'm in. I've been asked to join their criminal collective. I'm sure there's plenty to fear. Alright, there we go. I trained up some trade skills as well, so I should lose a little bit less to... Crazy. I've lost a little bit less to sales tax now. It was 11 before, now it's 4.2. So, good. And yes, to an NPC order. Sweet, 129 mil. Do a little bit of baiting in chat and just say hello. I'll take your word for it. I hope you catch some. Yeah, I hope you catch some good kills. It's always fun. I love gate camping, so I'm not gonna feel like I was singled out. Gate camping is really fun. It's just like a chill activity. It's not fun for the person that you camp, but it is what it is. And then I'm just gonna head back after that. If they can kill me now, and I don't care, so there we are. I chose this over a shuttle because I could do it in one run, but also because I'd be safe to smart bombers. What can happen is there'll just be like a battleship or a Proteus or something with some smart bombs just sitting at a perfect position on gates, so that when you land on it, you can't do anything, you just die. But that's really only for shuttles and untanked frigates, but this one's pretty tanky. Okay. Back at base now. Feeling pretty good with all of that. Got me cash. And now just getting ready to think about the next steps. Got a lot of vexers here. I think I need to start burning some of them. So I'll try that next. I've got a few of those filaments still, so let's see what I can use. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today. Have a lovely rest of your day.